Wario Land to shake it. So in the previous video we bought the access to the first area, and this is Rattle Ruins it looks like. So there's our objectives in Stone Carving City if we want to go for them. But like I said in the previous video, I don't really have a huge desire for that. I'm just going to show this off. I'm not actually sure how you can even access this game today. It's kind of... keep making videos of these old games that you may not even be able to buy anymore. I know for a fact you could find this on eBay, and if my thing doesn't stop moving, looks like it didn't. I'll look up how much it costs on eBay. It's probably not that much money. Yeah, it's about $5 or $6 on eBay, so I mean, not including shipping, so it's not an expensive game whatsoever. I don't know if it's on any of the eShops, it's probably not, but it's a lot of fun. I think even for the time being on the Wii, it has pretty cool graphics. I think the looks, just the artwork's really good, and just the shininess. I mean, it kind of looks HD, even though it definitely isn't, because it, you know, the Wii U is only in 480p. And yes, I know my videos are uploaded in 1080p, that's because I'm playing this on the Wii U. And that's because my capture card doesn't record RCA, it only records HDMI. So I had to play it on the Wii U, but that's okay. It's way easier uploading stuff in 1080p than it is 480p, although YouTube got a lot better at dealing with that. But anyway, back to the game. We are just going to be moving on toward the right side of the screen, and then on the way back we'll be moving on the left side of the screen. And I decided that I'm going to try to do about 2 videos, or 2 levels per video, and I think that'll be a pretty good amount, and it's just to, you know, get through the game a little bit quicker. Again, as I'm stalling, this is mostly just a stalling game, so I can upload something while I find something else worth recording, but, you know, it's just right now, there's not a whole lot out there that's easy to record. I could record multiplayer games, but those are way more fun to watch someone streaming them, but I guess I can record them sometimes, but then you have to play, like, I don't know, 5 hours a day of a multiplayer game to get one match that might be worth uploading, and then you have to do editing on top of that, and you have to do that every day, and that's just not something I want to do. That's why I like these kind of games where you can just play them all at once and get up, like, you know, 30 videos lined up at once, and then upload them one at a time like that. But I guess some may call that the lazy way. Yeah, it's just the way I've done it. I like doing it that way. So be sure to pick up a couple of enemies and throw them at these blocks that we find hanging above us. There's going to be quite a few of those. And I think this game only has like 5 worlds. But one of the more interesting things that I like about Wario Land Shake It are the bosses. And the bosses are weird because they're kind of challenging in a way. You almost have to do them perfectly, but you're not going to know how to do them perfectly until you've tried them a few times. So I don't think I'm going to die hardly at all in this playthrough in the levels, because the levels themselves truthfully aren't that difficult at all. They're pretty straightforward. But the bosses, those are the fun things, especially the final boss. I remember that taking me a while. And if anybody watched back with the, what was that game called? Donkey Kong Country Returns, which I just now remembered I need to make more Tropical Freeze videos. Great. Anyway, with Donkey Kong Country Returns, that final boss, I was raging so hard, and it took me like an hour of attempts to finally kill it. And that's not going to happen in this game, but I like bosses that do that because you feel so like, I defeated you type of thing, and it's so hard these days for games to pull that off for some reason. Hit the microphone there, sorry about that, but anyway, so I missed that giant bag, and you also kind of want to be careful about where you shake some of these bags of gold, just because the coins might go off edges, or you may not be able to get to them. There's diamonds in somewhat secret places you're going to want to get if you can find them. Like I said, this is definitely not a 100% guide, but it's just kind of a general guide. So we pick up the princess here, or the fairy pixie thing, whatever that is, and we're going to run off and crawl on down here. So at the end of every level, we're pretty much going to be doing this, and there is going to be a time limit, so we do have to get there before that timer runs out. But even if you mess up this part, which I messed up horrifically right there, even if you mess up the running part, you should be able to get to the end no problem just by walking and dashing. So 2 minutes is a pretty dang long time getting through the level that we just did in 5 minutes, especially when you're going backwards. You know, it's just, for some reason, it's just quicker. But either way, if I were to go the correct way, that would have looked a lot cooler, and it's really a matter of replaying the level and doing it correctly, or just getting some videos to upload. So that's more what I care about right now. So that's the end of Stone Carving City, and we'll get a lot more gold there. You do want to kind of put some effort into collecting gold because, as we saw at the end of the last video, that is needed to buy access to the next areas. I don't really like when games do that. I think it's a kind of cheap when games make you buy access to the next area. It's one of the reasons I really did not like Trine 3, but it works okay in this game. I don't think it's a big deal. So we're going to head on into the second level, which it looks like it's Whoopsie Desert, and we'll probably be making a lot of those while we're here. And this one's a little bit longer than the previous level was. So there's a couple of bombs, and they have timers on them, so once you hit them with something, they're going to blow up. The thing to be careful about is they can blow up those bags that may exist on top of them. So this one was safe because there was a box on top of the bombs, and the box blew up before the bombs did. Or let me say that again. The box blew up wow, that failed again. The bombs blew up before it got to the bag, is what I'm trying to say there. And that's what we want when we take care of those bombs. Otherwise, you have to try to come up with other ways to get up there. Usually jumping on other enemies is a way. And I'm going to take this guy over here just to, I guess, accidentally demonstrate. I'm not sure, but right there you can see I threw the enemy on the side of the bomb, and it didn't matter that he just flew off into the sunset, and we didn't get to get the bombs exploding there. That was really great. So for that one, you probably want to wait for that to close down so you don't risk losing any of those things, but I thought, why not? I'm not going to worry about it. Then we can get that gold and blow up these bombs, and then wait for those to explode, then head on to the right side of the screen. So down here we're going to be doing a couple of cannon play sections, and this is going to be prevalent in this game. This is going to happen more than once, I think. And it's just kind of a fun thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what the heck I was trying to do there, but anyways, this is where a cannon is going to send us up here, and then we can also send it diagonally to the right. We can shoot Wario diagonally to the right there through all of those blocks that we have been breaking pretty much every step of the way so far. So we'll do that and then jump up over here and collect that silver coin. Then we can come in here and see a couple of more blocks with bombs on them, and this time I'm going to actually try to hit it in the middle. Good, I didn't get it in the middle, but I did get it, but as we saw, blew up the gold bag because I didn't blow them up at precisely the same time, so I should have done that in the middle. That would have been a lot better. And this one, I think I still don't even get it in the middle, but I don't really know what that did. Probably gave us access to something. If we go on top there and then you jump on the blocks that I just blew up, there's probably something over to the left, would be my guess. And there's a way you can get up there with a better jumping than I'm doing. I think, do I eventually get up there? You may need to... Okay, that apparently didn't work like I thought it would, but I think I give up. Yeah, I give up on that. So anyway, you may need that enemy that I killed to jump up on top of that. Like I said, not a very in-depth guide, is it? And then we'll just come over here and climb on... Oh, wait, no, I just remembered. And look, I just realized it in the video, too. That's right, we're supposed to come down here and then get inside of the speed thing, and then we're supposed to jump over... or come over here, jump to the left, jump on this, and there we go, now we can get up here. That's what we're supposed to do. And then we can grab this chest. So like I said, if I hadn't blown up those boxes that I did earlier, we probably could jump on them, and there's probably something to the left, or it's just the safe way of getting that golden bag. Whatever it is, I'm gonna forget about it and head on over to the right. If you want to retry a screen, usually leaving and then coming back will reset most things. I don't know how much it resets, but it'll bring the enemies back. It might bring some of the blocks back, so keep that in mind if you want to try it out on your own. If for some reason you're deciding, oh, I'm going to play this game because I watched this video on this guy's random YouTube channel. Then we're going to shoot ourselves up here, grab a very tiny bag, and just try to face into a corner where you can get all of the gold if possible. And then head on back down to the right. I don't trust platformers giving me a pointy arrow and then I can't see where I'm jumping. You know, there might be a pit there, so I use the ladder just to be a little bit safe. And then we're going to head on over to more cannons. So this is where the real cannon play is going to come in. There's kind of a little gap on the right there that I think that should tell you there's something on that side of the wall. So we're going to try to aim here. Now, one thing to keep in mind is when you're firing these dumb cannons, it takes a second to actually shoot Wario out of them. So you want to time it with kind of like a just a little bit earlier than the cannon's going to be facing there. So right about there is good, and I'm still able to get inside. And then there's a giant diamond. Nice, couple thousand gold there. I think that's 6,000, 5,000, probably 5,000 gold for that thing. So try to pick those up if you can. And then we're going to get on back to the moving cannon and try to fire into that one there. But this one's a little bit less, or a little bit more forgiving because we can aim diagonally, and then I want to fire up this way, and we'll hit that cannon. Go on up here, and then the end of the level will be coming very shortly. If you notice any of those king red blocks there, that usually means the end of the level is nearby. Those are only there until you free the sprite thing here, and then start the end of the level. So we're gonna have to run away from a boulder of a head, Indiana Jones style, and we can come into the room on the right to get the super speed thing. If you're not noticing one of those immediately, that usually just means that they've hit it a little bit. Those should be at the end of every single level, because that's really the only way you can get back to the beginning within the time limit, if that's your plan, you know. So this one made it look a little bit nicer than I had in the previous ones. If you want to get that chest, we'll have to go up here. I don't think I do that though, and I wasn't really sure how to cancel his run in the middle of running it, so I probably should figure that out, but I would have gotten that chest if I had. Otherwise, you know, we'll just run on this way, and I think I lose the gold time rating, or maybe not. Looks like I still kept it, if that matters. That timer I'm thinking changes colors, it may not though, but anyway, it doesn't matter. We're done with it, so we have 2 more levels left inside of this world, and that'll be it for this video.